as they needed it. They needed a nice little home cook it. Take care of business, but I still can't forget the Blues. And I guess that's why they call it the Blues. Time on my hands. I'm still not over that Stanley Cup final. But tonight's a good one. It will make you feel good, Celtics fans. Oh, and Bruins fans. The Celtics fans are happy, too. Celtics, 146 points tonight. So here's the rundown for the rest of the hour. Bruins win. You're coming home tonight. You want to talk about it. Morgan Geeky just crushing it. Phone number 617-779-0985. That's the phone number. We're on YouTube. I see our fam in there already. All ready to go. So Bruins win. Morgan Geeky's the man. Call us if you're coming home. The Celtics completely destroyed the Wizards. And they now have their 8th win in 10 games. 146 points and a little bit of a flirt of a triple-double with Derek White tonight. And Jordan Walsh with a perfect night. Well, we'll get into that. The Red Sox have made a trade. They've added another starter. And, it's a starter who had Tommy John surgery. We'll tell you the name. And a big name was traded in the deal. Prospect. And we have Thursday night football right now. Lions scored 20 points in the first half. Hopefully that under can hang in there for that second half. I don't know if it can. But they have a lead right now over the Cowboys. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. With Bruins, I'll just get this out of the way, and then if you want to call in about it, we can. 6 Bruins players had multi-point games tonight. 6. They rebounded from that loss the other night. 5-2 winners tonight. And you want to talk about multi-point games. Alex Steeves, who had 2 goals the other night, 1-0 first goal of the game tonight. Beautiful pass by Morgan Geeky. It was Steeves' 5th goal in 5 games, so that's pretty good. Morgan Geeky continued to score. 5 minutes later, his 21st goal of the season. Steeves helped him out there. Bruins ended the first 2-0. They outshot the Blues 14-10. Blues did score 1:59 into the second. Victor Arvidsson got the 2-goal lead back after a slap shot past Jordan Binnington. That was Arvidsson's first goal since his injury back in November. That was against Montreal, if you remember that one. Pavel Zacha made it a 4-goal game. 7:34 in the second. Nice little snipe past Binnington. Zacha scored his 2nd goal of the period on the power play. It was a buzzer beater. Gave the Bruins a 5-1 lead in the third. Blues had a couple late there, but Korpisalo was outstanding tonight. So here's really the rundown of what happened with the Bees. Jonas Korpisalo had 37 saves. Morgan Geeky, his 21st goal of the year. Steeves, now hot, 6th goal of the season in 5 games. Zacha, 2-goal night. Arvidsson got his 400th career point. And it was a 3-point night for Elias Lindholm. And it was the return of Jim Montgomery, who was once here. Said he enjoyed his time in Winchester, but everything else was a little difficult. So there's your Bruins update. You're coming home from the game. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. I do want to get into this Red Sox trade tonight. And the Celtics dropped 146 on the hopeless Wizards. Literally, the island of irrelevancy is Washington when it comes to basketball. It's bad. And Thursday night football right now at halftime. Why don't we give you the score? Why don't we do the headlines here? Skaz is with us. We got 1 hour to go. 60 straight minutes here, everyone. Feel free to call in. Join us in the chat. I'm Joe Murray. Let's get to the headline here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Telfair Tire Studios, WBC FM and HD1.
It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Beasley Media Group Station.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, Bruins, big winners tonight. 5-2. They had multi-goal games from everybody. Jonas Korpisalo, 37 saves. Morgan Geekie, a 3-point night. Pavel Zacha, 2-goal game. They lit it up tonight. 2 goals in the first, 3 in the second, and, well, they only gave up that 1 in the third. It was meaningless. So a good win for the Bees. For the Celtics, they win 146-101 in Washington tonight. Derek White flirted with a triple-double in this one. Jordan Walsh, a huge night. 22 points, went 8 of 8 from the field. Peyton Pritchard added 20 points as well. They'll take on the Lakers in the next game. The Red Sox have made a trade. They've acquired right-handed pitcher Johan Oviedo. They're sending outfielder Yohingston Garcia, the password. He's going to Pittsburgh. It's a 5-player trade. He did have Tommy John surgery 2 seasons ago, and he's under team control until 2027. And Thursday night football just kicking off in the second half right now. Lions have a 20-9 lead over the Cowboys. Cowboys receiving in the second half. Headlines are brought to you by somebody. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off an extra out oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray.
Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5, the Sports Hub.
And, well, the Cowboys just turned the ball over. So, not a good start for Dallas there in the second half. So, the Bees crushed tonight. I don't know what – it was good. They needed this one. It was good medicine. They've been battling injuries, etc. They needed this one tonight. Secondary scoring. Morgan Geekie continues. Zacha had a big night. Arvidsson scored a goal. Korpisalo was really good because Swayman needed the rest. Really not much I can get into on the Bees unless you want to call in about it. And then we got the Celtics and the trade for the Red Sox that happened today. All that on the table. Why don't we take some calls? I know people are coming home from the game. Let's start it off with Maddie. He's in Abington. What's up, Maddie?
Hey, Joe. Driving home from the game right now. I just wanted to ask you, who is Alex Steves and where did we get him from? Absolutely love the guy so far. And I had a second thought as well, and I was wondering why they didn't empty the bench for Victor Arvidsson's 400th career point.
No, did you want that? You were hoping for that? I'm sure that's what they wanted to do. I'm sure they wanted to. The little that I know of Steves, I know, what was he, he played in Toronto, right?
Yeah, I believe he was in Toronto the last 4 seasons, bouncing between the Marlies and the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, and really a minor leaguer, right? He was an all-star in the minors, I know that. He signed that 1 year, $850,000 deal with the Bees this year. But over his career, he played at Notre Dame. Over his career, though, it hasn't been much. He played 1 game with the Leafs. This is like his first real action. This is the one thing I'll say about Marco Sturm. When he plays guys, he does it. He puts guys with other star players, right? He always matches that. Doesn't just put a guy on a fourth line or whatever and keep him there. But he's been good. Where did he come from? You're absolutely right. Kastelik's been one of these guys. I know he was a part of it last, but he's been playing well of late. You know, I give them credit because Sturm believes in these guys and the system works for some of these guys. This is what this year is about. So when it comes to buyers and sellers, I think you need to know what you have. I think Steves is playing well right now, and maybe they found something, but I don't know if I'm locked into this guy long term. But it's good to see a guy get some opportunity and play well, and he's played hard. And really, they've needed goal scoring with Pastrnak being out. So he's certainly helped with that one, no doubt. If I were the Bruins, it's interesting. I would continue to make the trades like you did a year ago. Make trades just to continue to get better. If there's one thing Don Sweeney's good at, it's making trades during the season. And, he made some good trades last year, had some, assets come back in return. You've seen some guys make contributions, Hustadinov, Minton, etc. So, some of their free agent signings have done well. I think Jeannot had a nice game last week. But right now it's good to see them getting scoring when Pasternak's not missing, and just Morgan Geekie continues to just be excellent. Justin's in Lynn. Good seeing you last night, Justin.
Hey, Joe, I'm just really excited on how both teams dominated the game tonight, and the Bruins played well in their own end. They played well in all phases of the game, and the Celtics continue to dominate. And Joe, one more thing before I go, I just want to say thank you to the Sports Hub for supporting me on the fan Facebook list today, and thank you for supporting me in my journey as well in my career.
You got it, Justin.
I really appreciate that.
You're the man, dude. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep.
Saw Justin last night. Took a couple of photos, added it to the old page there. So if you want to check it out, Tommy from Lynn was there as well. We had a nice old turnout last night. So thanks to Justin for coming by. The Red Sox made a trade today. They've acquired a pitcher, Johan Oviedo. He's a starter, pitched 9 games last year. He's a strikeout thrower. He's 6'6", big guy. Came off Tommy John surgery. So in 2023, he had 32 starts. Missed the entire 2024 season and then came back this year. So I read an article that he was a part of the Pirates' future, and today they moved on from him. The Red Sox moved on from the password, Yohansson Garcia. That was my guy. Like, they gave up a hitting prospect with a big swing who had a really good minor league stroke, but they're loaded in the outfield. I don't love the move, I'll be honest with you. But how many guys now is this that they've acquired coming off Tommy John surgery? Last year it was Sandoval, right? James Paxton was one of these guys. I mean, it's just, I guess they've done this before, right? Was Giolito one of those guys too, Skez? I'm just thinking of some others that are. But this isn't like unfamiliar, them taking a shot on a guy that had Tommy John and seeing what they can get out of him. I will say this. I do think this guy's a middle-of-the-rotation guy. So you're out of another big arm who's got a big whiff rate, if you want to get into those numbers. They're adding pitching, Skaz. I just think they're building something because something's got to be coming down. There's a lot of starters here. And I'm talking like Hunter Dobbins, Cutter Crawford, Tolley, Early. There's a lot of extra guys. And the way I'm looking at it is maybe they're working on something to acquire either a bat or a front of the rotation pitcher. But just think about it. The Brian Bayo stuff, I think Sean McAdam reported today that he's a priority to keep him. To me, that's the kiss of death, right? When someone reports that's the kiss of death. But with Sonny Gray, now you're adding Oviedo. You could still add a number 2 starter here with the trade. Maybe Joe Ryan's the guy, but you're deep. That's better than last year. Again, you got to worry about injury, etc. But I guess I don't love that they got the password, but I like that they acquired a 27-year-old pitcher who makes under $10 million. It's under team control until 2027. It's a money deal, Skaz. It's not about really value. This is about the money, but they had to give up the password.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the problem, Joe, is that it's a good trade. I have no issues with it. They have a very crowded outfield, but all the positives of the trade that you're just laying out there have nothing to do with baseball.
Exactly.
Like on the field.
Yep.
Like everything you're saying is he's supposed to be a starting pitcher. He's supposed to be a controllable arm. You know, all these things are ifs. You know, they're taking swings, which I guess I give them credit for. But I think the fear is, from a Red Sox fan perspective, is does this mean no Joe Ryan? Does this mean no Cole Reagans? Like, what does this mean? Because too often over the last few off seasons, these are the guys they're acquiring, and we keep waiting for the next shoe to drop. And yes, they did get Crochet and Bregman last year, but now that they have Crochet and they have Roman Anthony, like, they need to be making the next move. They need to elevate their offseason moves. It shouldn't be Oviedo. It shouldn't be Sonny Gray. Like, they need to take a step forward and get a legit bat, a legit number 2 starter, not another guy coming off Tommy John who fits the profile. You look at his, baseball reference page and you're like, oh, good whiff rate, it fits the bill, good size, good velocity, all that. It's all well and good on paper, but they have to put a World Series contending baseball team out on the field, and they haven't been doing that. And so I think that's where the fear is with fans, is that this is just another, Band-Aid kind of move and not real commitment to building a winner. I think Oviedo's good. I think it's a positive move, but there needs to be more, and I think that's where the hesitation lies.
I'm curious. Milliken wrote this today. The plan is for the Red Sox to stretch out Johan Oviedo to make him a starter. 9 starts last year. He goes, it's always easier to ramp down from being a starter, which means could he be a bullpen guy? And I just don't think you give up a prospect for a bullpen guy. Hey, want to know another thing about this? Guess Oviedo and who's the closer? Why am I losing my mind right now? The lefty who played for the Pirates there.
Chapman?
Friends. Workout buddies. So maybe there's a little something to that.
Yeah, they were teammates, and it seems like after an injury, they spent some extended time together.
Yep. So maybe there's a little something there, but
call me a cynic, Joe. Call me a negative Nancy, whatever you want to say. I don't know if I need the Red Sox placating to their 40-year-old closer. That's just me. Yeah. He was awesome last year.
I mean, they did it to Roman Anthony already. They signed some guys that are close to him.
I'm more okay with catering to the 20-year-old perennial all-world type superstar player than the 40-year-old closer. That's just me.
Yeah, and they're both Cuban-born players. I'm mentioning it because they both played for the Pirates, and who knows? Maybe you say placating. Maybe they asked him about it and said, no, this guy can help us. I don't know, but he got an extension too. So sounds like the Red Sox were encouraged by what they saw last year. He had a 3.57 ERA in 9 starts. That was August, September, so say whatever you want about it. But he had a career best 25% strikeout rate. His walk rate wasn't great, but fastball velocity right around 95, 96. And looks like he's been ramping back up. Big guy, 6'6", 275. Woof. That's a big boy, Skaz. That's a big... If Garrett Crochet's a pig, what is this guy?
Is that a hog, Joe?
Or does he have a nickname? Or should we look it up? I'm trying to think of a... is he Scarface? What's... I wonder if Oviedo has a nickname. I'm curious to find out.
According to a very quick Google search, does not appear to have a widely known nickname.
Okay. Maybe we can come up with one. Big boy. Big boy. Mike's in Brooklyn. What's going on, Mike?
Yeah, I wonder what your take would be on this, but I agree with you. I do not like the trade. I think the password really had a lot of upside, and he had a great season this year. But I think this is kind of like Craig Breslow trying to show that they're all in, when it's just, if you dig a little bit deeper, there's nothing to the trade, really. Like, they gave up. I think they gave up more than they got back.
I would agree. But listen, I like that they are bringing in a pitcher with high-end potential who can start. Team control. He has a minor league option still. I didn't know that. So he won't be a free agent until 2028. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know you were still there. But they added another rotation depth piece. So there's a lot here. All I'm saying is they can't be done. If it's Sonny Gray and Oviedo and Bayo's still here, that's not a bad 3-4-5. I'm in on 3-4-5. Crochet 1, Bayo 3, Gray Oviedo in. They just brought someone in that's well controlled. I mean, does Oviedo make more money than Joe Ryan? I think he does. Because Joe Ryan, I think, has similar contract, right? I just wanted to bring this up. There's been a lot of talk about the CBT and going over it and whatever. I think the Red Sox are trying to get creative where they'll listen. This is me hoping, I guess. Hope's a bad thing. We know that. The slight moves that they've made can help them still acquire free agents. And I'm talking a free agent bat. So bringing in Oviedo still allows them to make that big, whether it's Bregman. I mean, I just saw New York, what is it, SNY. It's been reported that Pete Alonso is the top favorite for the Red Sox. They can still make these moves and acquire a big bat. So I didn't love hearing John Henry say, we'll lose money if we go over the CBT. I don't love that. But is Craig Breslow trying to be creative with the roster? Moving on from not afraid to move on from some prospects to bring in pitching. I want to see how it goes before I judge these trades. But overall, I like that they got a cost-controlled pitcher that did have Tommy John, made 9 starts last year, and maybe a guy you could throw into the rotation. But there's a lot of other depth. I mentioned it. Hunter Dobbins, Peyton Tolle. You got the kid you got from the Devers trade, the lefty. You got Early in there. You got Cutter Crawford. There's just a lot of starters. A lot.
Should also mention they DFA'd Cooper Criswell today, who was one of those guys who I liked. I thought, in spot starts did pretty good for him. Huh? Yeah, I believe so.
Probably the 40-man, maybe. I don't know. And not to mention, they put a lot of these other guys on the 40-man roster to save them from the Rule 5 draft. So there's a lot of pitching here. I still think they can make the Joe Ryan move. I still think it's possible. But I think you're moving on from... I think it's going to be Bayo and Abreu. Would I do that for Joe Ryan? Yes. Do I still think they'll move on from Jarren Duran? Yes. That will keep them under the CBT and still be able to go out and get a big bat. Big day. The Boston parlay hit big time today. Tommy's in Lynn. Tommy.
What's up, Joe? What's up, Skaz? How are you guys tonight? Good wins tonight by both Boston teams, huh?
That's
right. The Bruins and the Celtics. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about the Patriots, huh? How about Drake May, number 1 right now in the rankings of the quarterbacks? And how about our rankings in number 1 right now? And how about Dallas right now playing like frauds on Thursday Night Football against the Lions? And I want to promote my show that I'm doing on Sunday night. This Sunday night, I'm doing an autism awareness fundraiser, December 7th in Salem at O'Neill's at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to be performing a few songs off my album. That album's on Spotify and iTunes. And Joe, what your favorite song is? Street Meat, like you
Let's
said
hear
last
it.
night.
Give me a freestyle. Let's do it.
All right, let's do a freestyle. Let's just freestyle right now. Hey,
No. Give me. I want one of your songs from your album. I want the Street Meat song.
Street meat. Went to the Sox game, grabbed the sausage, peppers, onions. That's it, please. Now I'm on call with Joe Marie. Street meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that?
Street meat. How's the rest of it go?
Went to the Sox game, grabbed the sausage, peppers, onions. That's it, please. Now I'm on call with Joe Marie.
Hey,
yo, man. Hey, yo, man. I'm in Boston in the car. Pull over, man. Let's go to the bar. Roman Empire. That's a superstar. Man, the future's bright. You can see from afar. You like that one? Yo, that's how it goes.
Thanks,
Hey,
Tommy.
Joe, I want you to come out there because you know Big Dave, right?
I know Big Dave. Big Dave gave me my first job in radio.
1510 The Zone.
That's
I remember
right.
that station.
Yeah,
you,
man.
him, and Sean McDonough.
Well, yes, Sean was before me, but yes, he was there, yes.
We would love to see you there, Joe, and we would love to see you sing karaoke. And your favorite karaoke song is Allison Jane's Roosters.
Oh.
You told me that on my podcast before.
Well, yeah. All right, Tommy, appreciate you, buddy. That made my nights, guys. I needed a little bit of a heart warmer there.
You needed some Tommy.
I needed some Tommy. Street meat. Gotta get the sausage, peppers and onions. Now I'm on hold with Joe Marie. Hey, I can't remember it now. All right. Well, you want to talk bees, you want to talk C's, you want to talk sausage. We're here until 11 o'clock. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. We're here until 11 o'clock tonight. Feel free to call in 617-779-0985. That's the phone number. You can join us on YouTube as well. I see some people in there already. Football game's getting a little out of hand. 27-16. I have 9.5, guys. So we're close.
You're trying to tread water right now.
We're close.
Trying to get in there. Just a field goal.
But my analysis was that the Lions dominate after a loss and historically play better after the Thanksgiving game. Also mentioned, though, that the Cowboys have been very good as an underdog. Also mentioned that the over has been very well, but it's slowed down a little bit now. Let's see how the rest of this thing plays out as Dak Prescott, looks like it could be an offensive there. I'll give you this. The Lions needed this one tonight, and they have ran the ball well. So, the jury's still out on me when it comes to the Lions. I think they're an incredible roster. But, Jahmyr Gibbs is 5 for 14 tonight. They've ran for 59 yards. If anything, Dak has the interception. I'm just trying to figure out how, besides Montgomery and Gibbs in there, one was a 35-yard run. So they had two big runs. I'll give them that. And then Isaac Tesla, who was plus like 500 to score a touchdown tonight because I looked at it. I'm interested in the games this weekend. I really am. Broncos play Chiefs-Texans on Sunday night. I can't wait for that one. There's no games, Scass, on Sunday. So, you get a
little day to yourself, Joe.
Oh, man, it's so good. Just to watch football. You know what my favorite thing to do is?
Watch football?
And nap. Red Zone's not always great. To be honest with you, I put it on, and it's like, this is boring. Like, the 1 o'clock games last week were just, ugh. The 4 o'clock games sometimes have been really bad lately. But,
it's a good slate this weekend.
We're going to get good games that are impactful, right? Are the Bengals the team we saw the last 2 weeks? Are the Bills the Bills? And we're cover right now. 27-19, Skaz. They're hanging around. It's like the Black Crows song. I've been hanging around. No, that's not. Counting Crows, excuse me. Oh, I apologize to the Black Crows and the Counting Crows. I've been hanging around for way too long. She's there right down the corner. Anyways, we're here. We're hanging out with you. What else did I have here? We had Thursday night football. We had the Bruins win tonight. I guess we haven't really delved into the Celtics win tonight. This is what I have for the notes here. Boston never trailed in the matchup. They broke the game wide open in the third quarter. They won a 43-27 run and then doubled up the Wizards in the second half, 80-42. They scored 146 points. They shot 54% from the field, and they did it all without Jaylen Brown tonight. Derek White flirted with a triple-double, 30 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. Hugo Gonzalez, a career-high 14 points off the bench. 7 different Celtics scored in double figures tonight. And Jordan Walsh had himself a game. He's playing better now. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. He was 8 for 8 from the field. The most points in a game without a miss by an Eastern Conference player this season. And here's another Jordan Walsh nugget. The Celtics are 8-2 since Jordan Walsh has become a starter. The Celtics are set to play their 5th game in 7 nights on Friday when they take on the Lakers. This was pretty easy for the regulars tonight. No one outside of Pritchard played more than 32 minutes. Neemias Queta got light minutes in this one, 21. He had that sprained ankle last week. So with the back-to-back looming, they got rest tonight. Jaylen Brown got rest tonight. I believe the Lakers will be on a back-to-back too, right? Because LeBron James had himself a very, very poor night. If I'm looking at, they won 123-120. Austin Reeves had 44 points for the Lakers. Woo-hoo. Wow. LeBron James tonight, 4 for 17 from the field, 8 points, 0 for 5 from downtown. He did have 11 assists. Did I see somewhere, Skaz, it's the first time he hasn't had double digits in a game?
It was the last time LeBron James didn't score 10 points in a regular season game. Luka Doncic was 7 years old. The iPhone was not released yet.
Wow.
The Cowboys had the same amount of NFC title game appearances as they do now. Kevin Durant was not yet in the NBA.
Is he at Texas or still in high
I
school?
believe he was at Texas at the time. But yes, LeBron James, I'm trying to find the exact number of games here. I believe it's close to a couple thousand. Yes, 1,297 straight games. George W. was president. Bronny was 2 years old. Cooper Flagg was 15 days old.
Oh, wow.
Twitter was just invented when LeBron last scored under 10 points.
Any preview for tomorrow night? We're here tomorrow night, right?
You are not,
I'm
Joe.
not. Oh, my God. I can't believe that.
You had me confused for a second. You're off, Joe.
Skaz, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no clue what day it is. It's Thursday, right? It was Thursday night football?
Yes. LeBron did have a chance to score, but he passed to Rui Hachimura, who hit the game winner. So LeBron deferring for a win there when he could have gone for the record. Or just extended his own record, I guess.
Does he get credit for that?
It depends on who you ask.
Because, remember the All-Star game when he passed the ball and didn't shoot and he got crap? Look at LeBron deferring again. So tomorrow night, I'm interested, right? If you look at their starting five, Ayton's they're big. Reeves has been very good. Obviously, Doncic is going to miss time. So, I guess Hachimura, James, Ayton, is Gabe Vincent their other starter now? And then off their bench, I guess Nick Smith had a nice night.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, Dalton Connect, yeah.
The way the Celtics are playing right now, I feel like with Jaylen Brown not playing tonight, I wonder if we can get a line on that. Celtics have to be favored at home, wouldn't you say? But the Lakers are good. They're 16-5 this year.
They had a 7-game win streak not too long ago. They've been all right. Getting contributions. Ayton's been, a surprise, I would say, for what most people consider DeAndre Ayton. The Raptors also, they've been all right too. So it's a good win on the road for Los Angeles. And now LeBron's last game at the Garden, Joe?
Oh, do we get the LeBron masks? The crying face? Was that what that was?
Something to that effect, I believe.
I think it was for another reason.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh man. Okay. Celtics are -6.5 tomorrow night. Whoa.
That would mean Jaylen Brown is playing. Total
224. So the Celtics score 146 tonight, and the Lakers score 123. So let's do some Joe math there. 146 plus 123 equals 269 divided by 2. 134 points. Okay. So that is on pace to go over the total of 223. Yet the Celtics are one of the better defensive teams in the league as of late and one of the top scoring teams in the league. Very interesting. Jordan Walsh, man. Can I tell you that I was talking about this last night. I see development. Like, there's pressure on him, right? He's clearly talked about he's much better than he was. His agent even said to him, hey, man, like, it's your time to play. Guys, I don't think he's a starter in the league in my mind's eye. Like, in my mind's eye, hearing Jordan Walsh as a starter just doesn't really fit into my brain. But without Tatum, I think he's the perfect fit for the 4. Like, they've tried Minot, right? And who's been fine? He's been fine. It's just Walsh does all the dirty work and really helps out in the front court. And I think that the offensive numbers you saw tonight, yeah, he went 8 for 8 from the field, but he's so good around the basket on the offensive end that I don't want to call it trash picker, but good things happen when you're around the basket, right? When you have length, when you actually try for rebounds, he's hustling out there. Like I don't think he necessarily knows what he's doing, but it's easy when you say, "Hey, the Celtics need you to be aggressive around the basket." He is. He's not afraid to take the shot either. What was the number I gave you since starting in the starting lineup? They're 8-2, Skaz. 8-2. Like, do we give Joe Mazzulla credit for that?
Yeah, I think he deserves some credit.
I think he deserves it. Yeah. I do.
I think Jordan Walsh deserves a lot of the credit, too, for his development, for sticking through some lows. I mean, we had talked earlier in the season about Minot passing him and Shireman and other guys on the roster that had been here for a little while, and now it seems Walsh has found some footing again, and he's worked his way back into that role. And I know you say you don't see him as a starter in the league, and I would
today.
I would tend to agree with that for the most part. But
could he?
He's 6'6". He's long.
He's 22.
He's 22. He finds the right spaces. Like, you may have found something between him and Minot, and you've been clamoring for this for a while, but seeing them on the floor together, Minot's 6'8", super long arms. Walsh is 6'6". They get into passing lanes. They cause havoc. And, the Wizards suck. The Wizards are an abomination to basketball.
CJ
Relegate
McCollum,
them. Yeah.
Middleton.
It's bad, sad, whatever you want to call it. So that's why, and tonight's another great reminder to Celtics fans that want DeBonsa or Cam Boozer or one of these guys, Caleb Wilson, who you and me are both big fans of. You're not that bad. You can't be that bad. Jaylen Brown was missing tonight. Jason Tatum missing. Your entire roster from last year missing. You win by 50 against the Wizards. The bottom of the NBA is as bad as the bottom of any professional league anywhere in the world, pretty much. You cannot tank. It's not possible. Forget the tanking. It's over.
It's over.
Done.
And Manic, because I know last night when I asked you, you're like, Joe, it's happening. Tatum's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Manic's doubled down on it last night. And then he did the podcast with the Morris brothers, right? He's coming back, dude. It's happening. It's happening. I'm sure they have the date already circled. March something. Just back to the Walsh and Minot thing. I was very critical about it because they just went away from Minot. Like, it was like, to get Walsh minutes, they were like, Mazzulla was like, not playing Minot. Tonight, two things happened. Derek White, although Pritchard played a lot of minutes because they really needed a ball handler late, and he could play on the back-to-back that many minutes. Great. Where I'm going with this is, did you notice when White was bringing the ball up, it was always either Walsh next to him as the inbounder or Minot already down the court looking for the pass? White did a top of the key pass to Jordan Walsh where he up-faked, took it to the hoop and slammed it, right? Another play, White brings it up court, sees Minot wide open in the corner. Minot runs towards the basket. It was almost a half-court alley-oop to Minot. Those two guys, with their length and size and speed and ability, sometimes, I'm not saying you need a big in this league. You need bigs. But tonight, the length, the speed, the ability of two guys, 22 years old, guys. Both of them are 22. I'm feeling 22. Like, I got a little greenie in me right now. It was exciting to see young players developing. One guy who couldn't get minutes in Minnesota, the other one who's been riding the pine, who was a high draft pick. But remember, Jordan Walsh was always a sixth man. He always was. Came out of college, was a sixth man. He's a glue guy. He's a grinder. And now that he's getting the minutes, he's producing. I'm not going to get all excited about his performance against the Wizards, but I was excited about his performance versus New York, against Detroit, etc. So the little run that he's played on right now, this is impressive. And he should have games like this against Washington. I think I'm back in on the Celtics. How about a foot? Can I put a foot in?
You dipping your toes?
No, the toes are
Toes
in.
are in. The bottom's up, Joe.
It's just they're a top 5 team now. I called them a bunch of assets. I wonder if the things I was complaining about they fixed. Were they listening? I'm not saying it was me. I don't want to take all the credit for it. It's Jaylen Brown's team now. And I know Tatum's coming back. But you add Tatum to this, with those guys off the bench, they're deeper. And they don't have bigs. Oh, can I give you another one? You seeing the Zubac?
In.
Oh, I'm big in. And, dude, him and Jokic, oh, I love that matchup when they play against each other.
Simons.
See ya. Oh, go the Clippers. Who's available?
Simons and 2 first-round picks.
See, you're going to have to add an asset if you want Zubac.
Simons and 2 firsts for Brook Lopez and Zubac.
Oh, that's a big boys.
Money works.
Oh man, you gotta dump some money, huh? I mean, you gotta dump out. Now, here's the deal.
Simons makes $27 million.
No, what I'm trying to say is, you have to give assets to move on from Simons.
2 first-round picks. Done.
Well, listen, if they sign Minot to some sort of because he's 1 year, $5 million, he'll get a little bump, right?
Yeah, fine.
Under $10 million, probably.
Done.
And then
Ugo's not getting paid anything. Walsh isn't going to make anything.
Walsh is going to make like 5 or 6 next year, but fine.
Ish. Yeah.
Fine.
But Amari Williams isn't making anything. If he can continue to show us something. I'm all in on Zubac. And he's only 28. He's just been in the league forever.
I'm a Zubac guy because I know he can defend good bigs.
He's a double-double every night.
Every
3 to 5 assists.
But if anyone's watched him defend Jokic thinks he's an amazing defender. I've hardly ever hear Jokic speak, but I've seen him respect Zubac. All right, we got to go to break. We're late. We'll hit the headline. I'm Joe Meyer. We got excited about the Celtics. We'll tell you the score tonight in headlines.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Celtics never trailed tonight in their win. They scored 146 points. Washington 101. We just talked about it, but big nights for Derek White and Jordan Walsh. They'll play the Lakers tomorrow. The